Moda Center busy tonight, frozen for families to attend, but Wednesday nights, kids of all ages will be on hand for the Trailblazers home and regular season opener. The Blazers could make history on Wednesday night. Did you know that, Tone? The Blazers could make history on Wednesday night.
Listen, man, the Blazers can make history every night.
Well, this is true. But if the Blazers win on Wednesday night, they would set an NBA record for most consecutive home opening victories to start a season.
Wow.
15 in a row.
So right now we're tied.
With Boston.
With the Celtics. Nothing would be better than to
have the record all to ourselves. And so if the Blazers can beat the Pelicans, that would be the situation. Alone in the record books, atop the record books, 15 straight home opening wins if they can beat the Pelicans Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, Anthony Davis and company in town. They actually will be playing tomorrow night at Golden State, so catching them on the second of a back-to-back, not a bad thing. And so individual game tickets, by the way, are underway and available for all 41 Trailblazers regular season games during the upcoming season. Season tickets still available, group ticket packages, weekend packs, big game ticket packs, suite tickets. Any ticket need you have, I know, can be fulfilled by calling 844-RIP-CITY or heading to trailblazers.com. All right, it is time. I don't know if we have fanfare or anything special to kind of commemorate it, but it is time for our predictions. Now, MB and the Wild One will be hosting next in a couple of weeks, so they will give their predictions in 2 weeks. We'll be on the road next week for the next Trailblazers Courtside show, so Adam and Michael will be here for that. So where would you like to start?
That's up to you, man. Why don't we start in the East?
In the East. Start in the East. Okay, we'll confuse everybody in the studio because they weren't sure where we were going to go.
Yeah,
so let's start in the East. They'll follow. So I'll let you go first. The Eastern Conference top 8, the playoff teams to advance to be playing in late April.
Well, I am going to go with Cleveland, number 1, Chicago, Toronto, Atlanta, Washington.
Now, wait, did you say Chicago second?
Yes.
Because they have you with Miami second.
No, that's yours.
No, it's not mine. But
it is yours.
No, but then I don't have number 6 is not mine. Is number 6 yours? In fact, you have your number. They have your numbers 2 choice at number 7 on your list. Yeah, they're.
Let's just take that down. Let's just take that graphic down.
Take it down.
Yes, because that's wrong.
So you want them to redo it?
Nope, you don't have to redo it.
Okay.
Cleveland, Chicago, Toronto, Atlanta, Washington, Charlotte, Miami 7, Milwaukee 8.
That's a big difference.
They're inexperienced. They're going to be good, but their inexperience won't get them past those other teams. Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee might be one of the best teams in the next 2 or 3 years in the Eastern Conference, but right now still too young to do it.
Okay, so I'm sorry, who are your top 4 home court in the first round?
Cleveland, Chicago, Toronto, Atlanta.
Okay. All right, and then let's just take who you have going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Cleveland, Chicago.
Cleveland, Chicago. Okay. All right. I have in the East Cleveland number 1. I have Miami number 2. Chicago 3. Toronto 4. Washington 5. Milwaukee number 6. Atlanta 7. And I have Charlotte at number 8. So mine are correct.
Yeah, good job, guys. Way to get Wills is right. I'm going to assume John McConnell is the one doing this. Otherwise, it would have been correct.
So you blame it on Johnny Mac, huh? Yeah, Wheels should probably just be with an apostrophe after the S.
You know who John reminds me of?
John McConnell?
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. I'm just going to leave the rest of it at that. Yeah, I mean,
no, that begs an explanation.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Anybody who's ever watched is a Scooby-Doo aficionado.
Yeah.
Understands why based on the graphics.
Somebody might think he has long hair. Somebody might think he doesn't communicate well.
You just got to be. You have to be a Scooby-Doo aficionado to understand.
All right. I have. Who'd you say you have in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Cleveland, Chicago.
I have Cleveland, Chicago.
I think that's a no-brainer. Cleveland is obviously the best team in the East, and I think that Chicago is the second best.
Well, actually, I had Chicago third, but I have them being a better playoff team than Miami, as it turns out. All right, so let's go to the West. Who do you have as your top?
You can start in the West.
You want me to start in the West?
By all means.
All right, so in the West, I have Golden State.
Let's see if they got these right.
Oklahoma City, San Antonio, the Clippers at 4, Houston at 5, Memphis at 6, New Orleans at 7, and look who I have at number 8, the Portland Trailblazers at number 8 getting into the playoffs, despite many prognosticators forecasting otherwise. And I have as my Western Conference final teams. Again, I have the 3rd seed getting in as opposed to the 2nd seed. I have Golden State getting in and San Antonio as my 2 Western Conference Finals teams. So who do you have in the West?
Different. I have Golden State 1, San Antonio 2, Oklahoma City 3, Houston gets the 4th seed, Memphis gets the 5th seed, the Clippers, and they'll have that prediction sheet in the books in our programs. And I have the Clippers being the best team in the West in terms of winning the Western Conference. But then after watching them play the other night, that all changed.
So you're saying you changed?
Yeah, had to.
Okay, wow.
Utah 7. And the Pelicans, and the Pelicans number 8. I think, as much as I would like to say the Blazers will get in, I think it might be a little unrealistic. I am a crawl before you walk type of guy. I don't think this team is ready to make that move yet. I think the talent is there, but another year of gelling is what's going to get them into the playoffs. And to be honest with us, I don't want to see this team in the playoffs until they're ready to win a playoff series. And I think no matter where they sit next year, when the season's over, they will be ready to win a playoff series.
I think you can benefit from getting to the playoffs, and it will be a tough order to try to beat Golden State as the 8th seed. But I think based on preseason predictions, to get to the playoffs this year would be a great accomplishment for the Blazers.
And then for my Western Conference Finals,
yes,
I am upsets across the board.
Really?
I think. Okay,
well, you can give your Western Conference Finals because I already did that.
Memphis and the Clippers in the Western Conference.
Those are so even though you downgraded the Clippers for your seeding, you still kept them. You still think they're going to come alive in the playoffs?
Yeah, I think they'll come alive in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we've given our conference finalists in both conferences. When we come back, we'll tell you who we think is going to get to the NBA Finals, who our NBA champion is going to be, and who the MVP of the league this season will be as well. And a special surprise we anticipate. We feel pretty good about saying it's going to happen, and we don't want to promote something that we aren't positive about. But gosh, we're pretty darn sure it's going to happen. That's coming up as we continue. It's Trailblazers Courtside, our special prediction show 2 days in advance of the start of the regular season. And we are streamed live at trailblazers.com, simulcast on Comcast Sportsnet and the Blazers Radio Network.